who is usually so unflappable, Trump calls her the Ice Maiden. That's his nickname. Now that, what you're seeing is Santa Claus got up bright and early to post 165 venomous words about yours truly. And I'd like to go through that question. One of the big questions, besides, are you out of your damn mind, is if you pull all the Palestinians out of Palestine, who would then live there? Federal equal time rule to declare that anti-Trump material broadcast by Saturday Night Live, Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, and others was somehow illegal.
Did you know Trump's Gaza plan involves moving 2 million Palestinians? It's like trying to fit an elephant in a matchbox.
Plan for Gaza, which is to relocate everyone who lives there permanently. He would remove the almost 2 million Palestinians who live there.
Kimmel couldn't resist poking fun at this genius idea. He said it's as realistic as turning Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East. Now that's a vacation spot I'd like to see.
And I don't want to be cute, I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be something that could be so bad, this could be so magnificent.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Alright folks, let's talk about the time Jimmy Kimmel turned Trump's hair into the comedy equivalent of a nuclear warhead. We all know Kimmel's been poking fun at the Donald for years, but this time he went straight for the golden crown, and boy did he hit a bullseye. Now, we've all seen Trump's hair. It's like a corn husk that's been through a tornado and then glued back on with industrial strength hairspray. But Kimmel, he took it to a whole new level. He quipped that Trump's hair is so bad, even his scalp is trying to impeach it. Can you imagine? The scalp holding a tiny little impeachment trial right there on Trump's head. The audience lost it. They were laughing so hard you'd think they were at a comedy club instead of watching late night TV.
States was so upset about my jokes that I made about him, he directed his staffers at the White House to call Disney the blowhard and a snowflake. He's a blowflake is what he is. He should change the hats to say Make America Wine Again, Mawa.
But Kimmel wasn't done. Oh no, he was just getting started. He kept the punches rolling like a hair-raising roller coaster. Trump's hair is so thin it makes his skin look thick, Kimmel joked. It's the only wall he's actually managed to build. Ouch, that's gotta sting worse than the chemicals Trump uses to keep that dew in place. But here's the kicker, Kimmel's hair jokes hit Trump where it really hurts, his ego. We all know Trump's got skin thinner than his infamous comb over. He can dish it out, but boy oh boy, he can't take it. It's like watching a toddler throw a tantrum because someone said his crayon drawing wasn't refrigerator worthy.
Santa Claus got up bright and early to post 165 venomous words about yours truly.
And Trump's reaction, let's just say his Twitter fingers were working overtime. He fired off tweet after tweet, calling Kimmel unfunny, talentless, and even threatened to sick the FCC on him. Talk about a bad hair day, am I right?
Federal equal time rule to declare that anti-Trump material broadcast by Saturday Night Live, Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, and others was somehow illegal.
But here's the thing, Kimmel's jokes did more than just make us laugh. They showed us that even the most powerful man in the world isn't immune to a good old-fashioned roasting. It's like David taking on Goliath, but instead of a slingshot, David's armed with a microphone and a wicked sense of humor.
Us too. The fact of the matter is, this is a dangerous person, this is a stupid person, and that's a bad combination.
Alright folks, you thought Trump's hair was a disaster. Well, his latest brainwave for Gaza is like watching a toddler try to solve world peace with a box of crayons. Our favorite orange turd just cooked up a scheme to turn Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East. Because nothing says peace in our time like trying to cram 2 million Palestinians into a luxury resort, right?
We have a very crazy person running our country right now, like standing in the intersection loudly talking to himself crazy.
Jimmy Kimmel, our resident Trump roaster-in-chief, couldn't resist taking a swing at this comedy goldmine. He quipped that Trump's plan is about as realistic as making Gaza the Vegas of Somalia. I mean, who wouldn't want to gamble away their life savings in a war zone? It's the ultimate high-stakes game. But here's the kicker. Even Trump's own Ice Maiden chief of staff looked ready to melt from embarrassment.
Who is usually so unflappable, Trump calls her the Ice Maiden. That's his nickname. Now that, what you're seeing is...
Imagine being so out of touch that you make your own staff want to crawl into a hole and die. That's our Donnie Diapers for you folks. Kimmel, bless his heart, went for the jugular. He pointed out that Trump's obsession with real estate is like a dog with a bone. He just can't let it go. Everything always comes back to buildings and deals for old grumpy Trumpy. It's like he thinks he can solve world hunger by slapping a Trump sign on a wheat field.
No one thought to give them a pickleball court. Everything, no matter what the crisis may be, everything always comes back to real estate with him.
But wait, it gets better. Kimmel reminded us that this is the same guy who couldn't even make Atlantic City work. You know, that place in New Jersey where dreams go to die and grandmas lose their pensions? Yeah, that one. So if he couldn't make a success of a city built for gambling and bad decisions, what makes him think he can fix the Middle East?
The Riviera of the Middle East. Trump didn't even have success with the Atlantic City of New Jersey, never mind the Riviera of the Middle East.
And it's not just Kimmel who thinks this plan is nuttier than a squirrel's breakfast. World leaders from Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Jordan, Turkey, France, Germany, and Spain have all basically said thanks, but no thanks.
The leaders of Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Jordan, Turkey, France, Germany, Spain, the UK have all forcefully rejected it.
It's like watching a bunch of adults trying to explain to a 5-year-old why we can't solve world hunger by making everyone eat ice cream for dinner. Kimmel really nailed it when he asked who exactly Trump thinks is going to live in this new Gaza paradise.
And if not, who do you envision living there?
I envision a world, people living there, the world's people.
One of the big questions, besides are you out of your damn mind, is if you pull all the Palestinians out of Palestine, who would then live there?
It's like Trump forgot there are actual people involved in this whole mess. Maybe he thinks he can just replace Palestinians with a bunch of cardboard cutouts of himself. Now that's a horrifying image. Kimmel's roasts of Trump aren't just for laughs. They're like verbal jabs that pack a political punch.
It's like our country's being run by the maniac from Saw. You know, Donald Jigsaw Trump is running this.
Who knew a guy with a microphone could make the big man in the White House squirm? It's like watching David take on Goliath. But instead of a slingshot, Kimmel's armed with punchlines that hit harder than a presidential tweet storm. But here's the kicker. Kimmel's not just cracking jokes, he's cracking open serious political debates. When he pokes fun at Trump's hair or his real estate obsession, he's actually shining a spotlight on bigger issues. It's like he's sneaking veggies into a kid's meal. You're laughing, but you're also getting some brain food. So next time you're feeling bummed about politics, remember, sometimes all it takes to challenge the powers that be is a well-timed zinger. If a late-night host can make the most powerful man dance like a puppet on strings, imagine what you could do with a little wit and a lot of determination. Who knows, maybe your next joke could be the one that changes the world, or at least makes it laugh.